Okay. If you guys hear a lot of noises, it's because I have my windows, my doors, everything is open. So if it gets too noisy, let me know. Anyway, a lot of you had expressed some interest in the tape that I was using when I was making my fabric tape. So I let everybody know what it was. And then I found out that they weren't selling it anymore because I ran out and I went to go buy some. Hello, ladies. So I thought, okay, great. I didn't want you to think I gave you, the name of a brand that didn't exist. So anyway, so I had to go on a hunt for myself because, I ran out. So I went to all my neighborhood stores, could not find anything that was comparable. Everything was too thick or too this or not wide enough. There was something wrong with it, no matter what I did. So I had to go back to Amazon and I found one. It looked like it was comparable, and it is. So the name of this one is X Fasten. They have um, a lot of different tapes with this brand. So this is the one that I got. It's called carpet tape. So I'm hoping it works like my other one did, because the other one that I had was specifically for fabric. This one doesn't say specifically for fabric, so we'll see. And it's 2-inch wide like the other one that I used, and it also is in 30 yards. So we are going to learn together if this works or not. That way you'll know along with me if this works or not. Whoops. Well, it's pretty sticky. It's already sticking to everything. So maybe. Anyway, like I said, if it gets too noisy, because I know the noise really amplifies, let me know. My husband had to leave, and so the dogs are all outside, and we've had some strays going down the alley, and then our dogs get all worked up. And if I'm in here with my door shut, I won't hear the activity. So I have to have it open so I can be aware of what's going on. So if you hear all crazy noises, all I'm concerned about is that crazy bird doesn't fly in through the door now. So if you hear me scream and running around, you know that it's the bird that's attacking me. All right. So it really feels a lot like the other one, to tell you the truth. All right. So what I did, for those of you that didn't see me doing this, well, let's backtrack a little bit, because I'm talking like you guys all know what I'm talking about, and you may not. I made these strips of fabric that I put on tape, and I've been using it on different projects. And some individuals expressed some interest in it, so I made some. I put them in my Etsy shop. But if you're the type that already has fabric and already likes to do your own thing, I did a video of how to make it. And then the tape I was using, they no longer have it. So like I said, I had to buy some new tape. So now we're going to try it together and see if it works. And this is really fun tape to play with. I like the salvage of different fabrics. I save them and friends send them to me. So my tape isn't neat and pretty like some of those that are out there in some of the Etsy shops. Mine's pretty rough and rugged, just the way I like it. So that's the type I'm going to show you how to make. I'm not going to show you how to make the pretty stuff, because that's not who I am. So nothing pretty about my stuff. I like it pretty crazy. So what I did, to make it easier to work with, I first put a piece of whatever fabric I'm going to be using on the end, just so my fingers aren't sticking to everything. And for my use, just to keep it simple so I don't have a lot of tape all over the place, I keep them at 12-inch strips. I mean, you can keep going as long as you want them, but just to keep it manageable, That's just, what I've been doing. So that has worked for me, so I will keep doing that. And then what I do on this other end, let me find something that's thick enough. I may not have anything thick enough. Let me cut a little piece here off of this fabric. And I like to tear everything if it's possible to give a rugged edge. Okay, so we're here at about 12 inch. About. It's nothing, doesn't have to be exact. And so then I put another piece of fabric there at those 12 inches. And then I get a pair of scissors that, I don't really care all that much about. And then I cut down the middle. And you're not really messing your scissors up because, like I said before, your scissors aren't really touching the glue. It's either touching the backing or it's touching the fabric. And then when you do it that way, you can very easily start again the roll, and you're not fidgeting and messing up everything and trying to find the edge. So it works really good as far as cutting it and then finding the beginning of your tape next time. All right, these are all suggestions, obviously, but these are the things that have worked for me. So, woo, we have a bunch of people here. Let me see what is going on. Let me see who's here. Well, everybody's here. I'm not going to do the romper room thing right now, okay? but thank you all for coming because there's way too many. I waited too long to say hello to everybody. So hello, everybody. Okay. So after I fill these all up with the fabric, in my shop, what I do is I cut them in half and I sell them in 6-inch pieces, which works pretty good because those 6 inches can work pretty good. If you want to keep it intact, it makes a pretty cool pocket, you know. You can just take the tape off, put it on a piece of paper or on another piece of fabric, and then you're all ready and you have a cute little pocket. Obviously, the people that buy it, they don't have these kinds of fabrics or they don't know how to make these tapes. But you ladies that, have lots of fabric and stuff, this is so easy. You need to try it. You'll have a lot of fun doing it. What I'm doing right now are my African fabrics, some of the scraps that I have, because there's been a few that have asked me to put some more because they all sold, and so that's why I'm doing this particular one. So now when I put the tape down, I don't go around looking for the edge and try to get it. No, that's just too much work. I have everything overlap everything. And I did that out of being lazy, but then after I did it, I really liked the look. So you just never know where you're going to get your look from. So sometimes lazy works. It works for me. And I just keep my little strips and I just pretend like I'm making my own little personal puzzle and just start filling in all the gaps. I don't care about the colors. I don't care about the shape necessarily. I try not to repeat the same, colors, but I also keep in mind that this is going to be cut in half. So if I have a long piece here, that doesn't bother me because, it's going to be cut in half anyway. All right. It is a beautiful day here. Let me tell you, it's, I don't know. It's got to be 70 at least. And I was out looking at my flowers and my weeds. And they're just saying, boil me, boil me. I need to start getting I think tomorrow I'm going to do a big batch of my eco dyeing because the plants are speaking to me. And when things speak to you, you have to answer them. Or else, you're rude. Okay, let me shut up and look up and see if I have any questions. Everyone's just saying hi to everybody, which is a good thing. Okay, keep saying hello. I'll look up if I see something all in caps, I'll look up. Otherwise, I'm gluing. Not gluing like Laura does, but gluing just the same. I don't need Mod Podge. I don't need a stick, but I'm gluing. And let's see. Oh, I like this black one. What am I using for tape? Hold on one second. I should have left that out there so you could see it. I'm using this right here. We'll leave that so you can see it. I hope you can see that. I got it on Amazon. I looked all over town, could not find what I needed, and I looked all over the place. They had different kinds of tapes, but they were way too thick. You know, this way too thick and bulky. We wouldn't, be able to put them in our mixed media stuff. Or it wasn't wide enough. Maybe it was an inch or whatever. I wanted it a little thicker, wider, I should say. So I had to go on the hunt, and I couldn't find anything locally. Let's see. Oh, let me get some of my salvage pieces. I don't have anything salvage on here yet. I like some little words to be in there somewhere. Okay. Now there's a little gap right there, and so I have little small pieces. When it comes to this, I don't hardly throw anything away because it will get used. When it comes to papers, I don't keep super, super small pieces. But when it comes to the fabric, I've learned that you can fill in these little gaps pretty cool with these small pieces. So I do save all kinds of odd shapes just to try and fill it in. And that works for me. Okay, now I have it all over here. And don't try and cut pieces to literally fit there. Just sit them down because you'll take way too long. You'll get too obsessive. Just stick it on there and fold it back. I mean, if you're doing it my way, the sloppy way, you just put it down there, fold it back, push it down, and that means we just have one little spot right here we have to fill up. And see, I saved a little piece here. So this will work perfect. And then you just turn it around, trim it back. I don't get real close to the end because I like to have that rough edge. And then save these small pieces like you just saw. I used small ones. These are going to fill up little gaps in your puzzle. And then I don't have my burnishing tool, but just anything, burnish it down so that, you make sure that your fabric has full contact so that when you pull off that backing, your fabric is sticking to the glue. And that's pretty much all you have to do. It's very, very simple, very quick, and a lot of fun. So it's so much fun. Let's do one more. Oh, before that, I have to show you. All right. Okay. Let me backtrack for a second. Anyone in my family will tell you that I take after my grandmother as opposed to taking after my mother. And I recognize that and I acknowledge it and I'm proud of it. She was a very kind of, artistic kind of, out there lady. So I accept that. But the other day I ordered something, and then after I ordered it, I realized I really have turned into my grandmother, because she was the type. Now remember, this was before, Etsy and all that stuff. She would have been like broke, bankrupt if she had been alive now. But she would watch TV at night and they would, offer things, then it was $9.99. Now it's $19.99 for everything. But it was probably like $9.99. And she would order the goofiest things. They were things that you didn't need, and it was just silly stuff. I mean, really super silly stuff. So the other day I ordered something and then I took a pause and I go, oh my goodness, I am my grandmother's granddaughter. Look what I ordered. Don't ask me why. I don't have kids. I don't like toys. I don't like any of that stuff. But look at what I got. He came in the mail yesterday. He is so cute. Now, I know he's cute just like that, right? I mean, at least I think he's adorable. But he has an off and on button. All right. So, and I can't, it's the battery off and on button. And I really can't do it without, unzipping him. So now get ready. I need to get ready. Whoops. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, I haven't quite figured him out completely. I think he's off right now. Maybe not. Oh dear. I don't know how to turn him off unless I turn his battery off. Oh, shut up. Okay, now I have to whisper a little bit. See, the thing is, there's a recording inside of him, and everything I say, he repeats. Oh, stop! Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I'm my grandmother. I can't believe it. Oh no. Yeah, so now he's going to start repeating me. Michelle needs one of these so she can hear what she sounds like. Oh dear. Okay, so anyway, so he's my latest or my first. So I'm just really afraid, what turning into your parents or grandparents mean. So, oh God! Shut up. Oh dear. I got to turn him off because I'm not going to get anything done. And he's kind of scary. I told my husband, oh gosh. Wait. Okay, he's off. All right. So, okay. Now picture this. I don't like dolls. I don't like mannequins. I don't like ventriloquists. I watch too much, Alfred Hitchcock and Twilight Zone and all that stuff when I was a little kid. And so this came in the mail yesterday, and I put the batteries in, and we're like, having fun with him and everything. And then I realized, oh no, I was going to be home alone last night because my husband went to a sleep test last night and I'm never by myself. And I was going to be by myself with him. And I was afraid at the middle of the night I was going to hear. So I literally put him in his box, took his batteries out, and brought him over to the studio and made him sleep over here at night because I was afraid he was going to come and get me in the middle of the night. Yeah, I know I have issues. But anyway, at least I'm honest about them. But I think he's so cute. So I got to come up with a name for him. I haven't figured out his little name. He is a little donkey, I think. I think he's a donkey or a horse. One or the other. But he's adorable, so I'm going to have to come up with a little name for him. And every night I'm going to take his batteries out. Just in case. Just in case. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Take a real strong look at your parents and your grandparents, because trust me, you're going to be one of them before your life is over. It's going to happen no matter what you think. It's going to happen. So, okay, so back to the glue and the fabric. My husband goes, "What did you get?" Oh, it drove the dogs crazy. They started barking at the dogs, and of course, then he started barking back at the dogs, and then they barked back at him, and it was like, take the battery out. All right, so second row. I'll put this here for those just coming in. This is the tape we're using. All right, so Jiminy Christmas. All right, I want all of the letters there. Whoops. Where are my mods? They should be there. Why? What's going on? I don't look up too well. Oh, Scotty's there. Somebody else. I forget. I don't. You know what? The last time I was on, it knocked off like 2 or 3 of my mods. I need more. I do need more. Who's always around? Oh, excuse my nose. Hey, Miss Brooke. You put me in timeout. What? You're gonna put me in timeout? Wait a minute. Oh gosh. Brooke, did you get to see my toy? Did you get to see him? If you didn't, you missed it all. You missed all the fun. We'll put him on later. We'll put him on before I hang it all up. All right. So I hope you ladies try this because it's super easy. And I know a lot of you have fabric. And then what's really cool is you can cut squares and put them in your work. You can cut little tabs and put it on the side of your pages. You know, everything you use your other fabrics for, you can use this. It's only limited by your imagination, as they say. And you know I have imagination. Now, all the fabrics that I'm using right now is from my African fabrics, and my my friend she had bought a whole bunch, and she had bought me some when she went, and she saw what I was doing with it, and she's just been sitting on hers. So I got a whole new batch. She goes, Rosemary, I'm never going to do anything with this. I said, thank you. I know you won't. Mail it to me. So, so I got some of it, and she's still hunting because she doesn't keep her stuff too organized. So there'll be a little bit more soon. I'm so excited. I had it from my own stash. I had some packs on my Etsy shop, but they're all gone. So when I get her stuff, I'll be putting some new packs in, and along with some of the washi tape out of, I should say, fabric tape. Washi tape is not fabric. Okay. CJ, you have a hamster like him? No, when you say hamster, you mean a real one or a battery one? I can see a real one being just as crazy. I sent your stuff out today, CJ. Or was that yesterday I sent it? Oh, I think I sent it out yesterday. Oops, that's too much like that fabric. And I sent you out a couple of samples of the new stuff that I got. Uh-oh, I hear my dog. That's Junior. He's the old guy. He has to bark at everybody to make them think that he thinks that he's still in charge. Oops, I want to put yellow there. Why didn't somebody tell me? I don't want to put yellow. I already got yellow there. And then oh, you're welcome, CJ. Okay, see, there's a little strip that didn't get, so I get to use all this little scrappy stuff. All of the scrappy stuff. Oops. Okay, so I finally decided, I know I've talked about it, you're probably sick and tired of me saying it, and I don't do it. I'm finally going to start my series that I've been talking about, my little journaling series that's titled When I Used to Be a Mexican. And what I'm going to do is when I do it, I'm going to do them live, and whoever watches them live gets to watch them. And those are the only people that are going to watch the whole thing. And then I'm going to edit them and just have like a process video to show, you know, the page and how it was done and all that kind of stuff. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth while I'm doing that. And so that I don't, you know, like edit myself while I'm doing it, you know, knowing that it's not going to be out there any longer than the live one. will, give me, lack of a better word, give me more freedom. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not sure when the first one will be on, but it'll be this month. I figured I was born in April, so I think it's a good time to start the journey, right? On the month you were born. So it's going to be happening sometime this month. Okay. Oh, and I already cut that one. Did I cut the other one? What did I do with it? No, I didn't cut it. But that's what I do. See, I was so used to just cutting them, I cut it. But that is what I do. I cut them like that. And for the ones that get them in my shop, that's how they come, like that. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. And then the problem is when I start doing this, I don't stop. You know, I finished this whole roll, a roll this size, I think in 2 sittings one day. I just went crazy. It was like jelly printing all over again. It was like, what time is that? So if you just got here, I usually do it in 12-inch increments. I put a piece of fabric on the end, cut it in half, makes everything more manageable, and you're all ready to go. I have a bunch of silken stuff from, my Indian fabrics, so I'm going to make some out of those. Use up all those scraps. I think that'll look pretty cool. What happens if the fabric overlaps? It looks beautiful. That's what I'm doing. I don't let, I like that. It just creates a little dimension, if you ask me. And I do it on purpose, on purpose. I don't try to line it up because then it looks too perfect, and I don't like anything that looks too perfect. All right, let's get some from the bottom here. I keep getting everything from the top, and it's the same colors. That's boring. Uh-oh, now I hear a weed whacker. You guys hear the weed whacker? Might have to shut the door. It doesn't peel up. No, once you get this on here secure, and I make it all secure. I mean, if it's going to keep down a carpet, it's going to keep down a little piece of paper. I mean, a little piece of fabric. So I haven't had a problem. I've cut them all up. Like I said, I've done a whole roll already. And then I go and I, play around with it, and it hasn't lifted up or anything. So far. I may hear something later. I don't know. Now this one I can't tear because it just doesn't tear. So okay. Let's see here. I'm going to overlap this one. And as long as you just make sure it's secure. I do that afterwards from the back side. I burnish it down, and everything seems to be okay. A banana? How come we want bananas? I had a mango earlier. I bought a bunch of mangoes because they were cheaper in this big old box. And then it finds out that it made my husband's sugar like go crazy. So now I'm the one that has to eat all the mangoes, which is okay. I like them, but so they were getting all ripe at the same time. So I had to kind of get them all cut up, threw them in the freezer. I'm going to make mango smoothies. And then my husband just has to watch. We need some more letters in here. We need some more. Uh-oh, don't stick. Where's some more small pieces? Ooh, this one's pretty. And need a little small strip right there. Let's see if I have something small enough. Hey, this is kind of cool. Might be too small. All right. See? Fast. Then just trim it off. Like I said before, I don't trim it close. I like it messy. And you just saw, I used all the little small pieces to fill in the gaps. So keep those handy. Then make sure that it's burnished down and good contact between the fabric and the glue. So when you take off your backing, it all works good. And then again, some more done. Aren't those cool? I don't know. I think I have to do another one. I think I have to do another one. I think I do. Oh, see this? Everything's, I probably shouldn't be sitting that over there on all that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let me put a piece on there. Put the name there so you can see it. You ladies that bought from me last week, if you've already paid, it's already been mailed. And if you paid today, it'll go out tomorrow. Don't ask me who you are because I don't remember. Don't start saying, oh, did I remember? I don't know. I remember CJ because that was yesterday. But past yesterday, don't ask me. Yesterday, last night, I was ordering something from AliExpress. And you know how you look for things and you put them in the cart, and usually if you find 5 things, it's 5 different sellers, right? So I went to go check out, and you have to pay for everything separately. And on the second click to pay, my card wouldn't pay it. It said failed, or I forget what it said. And then a few seconds later, on my email, I get an email of fraud, something, something, something. So my card holder thought that somebody was fraudulently using my card, and so they were stopping the payment. So I had to put down, yes, this looks familiar. Yes, 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 yes. So they ran it through. So then I went back today to finish my orders because, I didn't finish them. I had like 3 left in there. 2 had gone through, and then the other ones I just didn't go back. And I tried it again, and 2 of them went through. And then again, when I did the third one, it popped up, fraud, something, something, something. My card does not want me to use it. They don't want me to use my credit card, which you think is the oddest thing. And then you hear of other people that their cards get used and stolen and everything. I can't even use my own card, let alone a stranger use my card. So that'll teach me. Buy things. Make your own stuff. Okay. Everyone's quiet. Yeah, what's going on? What are you guys watching? Jeopardy? That's what Erin's doing. She's pretending she's here, but she's really watching Jeopardy. I think I put them all to sleep. My mom watched Jeopardy when she wasn't an old person. Well, it depends what you call old. bit of playful. I know. Erin has a lot of gall just because she's young. But you know, she's a trivia person. Trivia people, they think old. They may not be old, they think old. They're thinking about the past all the time with all this trivia. She's even some kind of trivia club. So don't be, talking about old people. How many people are in trivia, whatever you call them? They play games together. They try to show each other how smart they are. Oh, she's not old. She's just smart. You're a smart aleck is what it is. My husband, he's always asking me questions, but they're always questions he knows the answers to. Now, what's the point of that? So then when I come up with the wrong answer, he goes, no, I think it's blah, blah, blah. I said, well, then why did you even ask me? Just wanted to show off that he knew the answer. I already know he's smart. He doesn't have to throw it in my face. All right. Did we? Oh, we didn't get any letters in this one. I like to get the salvage. Nobody told me again. Okay, let's put this one in there, see what happens. Yeah, let me get this. At least get Holland. What does Holland have to do with African fabrics? Well, African fabrics have this wax on it. And that's the brand that's used on most of the African fabrics. So, if your fabric doesn't say that, it might be a fake. They may say it's African, but it's not from Africa. Mm-hmm. Let's fill this one in. All right. And we'll burnish. Trim it if you like. I don't trim it that much. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I like it like that. And there we go. Let me see if I have some of my silks. Let me try one with that. See how it works. I don't know if the glue, because it's so strong, if it's going to go through that thin silk. So let me do one just to see if it's going to work. And that way, if you guys are doing it, you'll know how thin or thick the fabric has to be before, you start having issues. Now, see, this is super thin. This will tell us right away if it's going to go through the fabric. I think it's going to go through the fabric, honestly. No, maybe not. It might work. I don't feel any residue from the stickiness. Let's keep going. Let's see what I have here in this little bundle of stuff. I have all my scraps here. Let me move this out of the way. Well, let's just, it's all a mess. But let me put this here so I'm not twisting my whole entire body to get these fabrics. Oh no! Okay. Disaster averted. Okay. Ooh, this silk hose works really well. All right. Bring out all those thin fabrics. It works. My donkey, was that, you thought, wait a minute. Did you guys hear something I didn't? Don't start freaking me out now. Thank you, Brooke, for stopping by. People are trying to freak me out. I don't need your help for that. Oh, the oh no, yeah. No, the oh no is I thought my fabric had stuck to all of the tape. No, he's right here. He's watching me, but he's being quiet for now. You know, this is super thin. I don't think this will work. I'm not even going to try it because that is really, really thin. I don't want to be sorry and mess the whole thing up. Okay, so this has some interesting color, and this is thin. Let's see how this works. I can't even cut through that. Where are my, here, my heavy duty scissors? I like this purple. I never really thought of myself as a purple person, but I do like a lot of things that are purples. I see that didn't go through either. That worked. I am so happy. All right. This is kind of a hot mess, but I like it. You guys really have to try this. I think you'll be very pleased. Ooh, a little piece of velvet. Never hurt anybody. And then, because this will be the other half, I'll put some more of this pink because I like pink with green. Uh-oh. Oh, Busta, you came to visit. My other little dog. I think he's kind of surprised. Oops, that's not, I'm getting the wrong fabric. Stop it, Rosemary. We're not doing African. Okay. He's probably surprised the door's open for him just to come in and out. Oops, this won't even tear. What are you doing, Busta? We rescued him literally off of the railroad tracks. There was some feral dogs that were running loose, and they had a litter of puppies, and my husband was working with a rescue group, and they managed to get the puppies all rescued except for one. And they kept going back, trying to get him, and he was tricky. They just could not get him. And they were afraid, well, it's just not going to happen. And my husband, he didn't give up. He kept going back and testing him, with food and different kinds of things. He was already 4 months old when we finally captured him. And the vet said, it was kind of iffy, how feral he would be because, he'd basically been wild all that time. And but he's turned out to be a really super cool dog. He's got a little edge to him. He's got a little edge. He's already gone. He just walked in and walked out. And he's pretty feisty. And it's funny. It shows, I never had children. So, things that are probably obvious to you that had children, is not so obvious to me in that, little idiosyncrasies from when they're young, you just realize those are not going to go away. It's going to be part of their personality. And it has been so true with him. There was little things about him that were kind of quirky and things that, the wild dogs basically taught him things, as far as who's in charge and who does what and when it's your turn and when you can do it. And he still sticks to all those. And what he does is whenever we feed him, we have 4 dogs. They're all rescue dogs. And it doesn't matter how hungry he is, he will sit at his plate and he won't touch the plate until everyone else is done. And then he'll eat. And all we can figure is, he was, once the other puppies were rescued, he was the only small dog that was there. And I'm sure all the other dogs ate first. And he, whatever they captured or whatever they killed or whatever it was, how they were eating, he was the bottom on the totem pole. And that stuck with him. He's the last one to eat. He will not eat until everyone has eaten. Even though they don't share the same dishes, but he's still, it's just, inside of him, I'm not supposed to eat until everybody's done. All right. Let's see. We have one little small squirrel. Okay. What is going on with you? Little squirrel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm getting squirrely, all right. And he is a squirrel hunter. Boy, there is not a squirrel that is safe around him. That little guy can hunt. All right, so let's trim that. That's left over from the other one, but that's okay. No one but you and me will know the difference. So anyway, by the time we rescued him, we didn't think it was really in his interest or in the family's interest to adopt him out. The other ones got adopted because they were rescued when they were young, and they acclimated really well. But like I say, he had a little edge to him. So we ended up keeping him. We are happy we did. He's a character. And every once in a while I call him my little Lassie, because things that Lassie used to do in the old shows, he does a lot of those things. I guess because he's, I don't know. I don't know why he does a lot of the things that he does, but he's a real character. There's something going on. He'll come right up to me and he'll paw me and he'll cock his ear a certain way. And then if I don't respond, he starts his barking and jumping up and down and everything else. And I said, "Oh no, is it Lassie time?" And he starts bouncing, jumping and everything. And then I go take care of whatever it was. Oh, and last night, like I told you, my husband went on that sleep study. So they've never, none of them have ever been in the house without my husband there, going to bed. And we have 2 Rottweilers, a German Shepherd, and then this, railroad mutt. And the the Rottweiler comes over to the side of the bed and, starts pawing me. And I thought, oh, well, they just came in from outside. Maybe they got to go to the bathroom again. So I get up, go out to go take them out. None of them want to go outside. I go, okay, what is it you guys want? And they go back into the bedroom. So I go back in the bedroom, get back in bed. And, ooh, this is pretty. And so I get back in bed, turn off the light. The Rottweiler's there in my face again. Now we don't let our dogs in our bed. So she's right there as close as you can get to being in the bed. And she's got her shoulders up next to me and she's breathing her hot breath into my face. And I'm going, what do you want? Then the little railroad dog comes and he does not get on the bed either. And he's got his paws on the bed going like this, like there's an emergency, like his little Lassie thing. There's an emergency. Come and help. And I'm telling him, there's no emergency. We have to go to bed. We have to go to sleep. And then here comes the German Shepherd. Oh my goodness. It was a menagerie going in there. And they just were having a fit. They were letting me know something's wrong. Richard's not in bed. Where is he? There's something wrong. We can't go to sleep yet. They kept me up till, I'm a night owl anyway, but they kept me up forever. And finally, I think they just got exhausted and fell asleep. But it was not a good night last night for anybody. And then they made my husband sleep without his sleep pap machine, so he wasn't doing any better than we were. So we've all got issues right now, to say the least. All right, now, do I have anything down here on the bottom? I think this will be our last one. I got to go see what those little monsters out there are up to. I hear them making a bunch of noise, and I don't know when my husband's going to get home. Oh, ooh, that's pretty. Oh, let's put some of this. I love this color. Let's put this over here. Whoops, I don't want that little piece there. After we finish this last one, we'll get Mr. Donkey to say goodbye to everybody, for those of you that didn't get to see him. And the bird didn't come crashing in the window. I can't believe it. Not even the window, let alone crashing into the room. Well, they say that you know, that high birdie testosterone goes on for about 2 weeks. Maybe it's been 2 weeks already. Maybe they're calming down. Wookie. Where is some of that fun stuff? Man, I've really used a lot of this stuff. I don't have a lot left. Ooh, here's some. Let's put this in there. It's kind of fun. Put some of the pink velvet. I think I put green in the other one. And oh, this is pretty. I don't know where that came from, but I like it. And nope, too much same color. I want a little bit of contrast. Even if it's just a little bit. Oh, this is pretty. This is raw silk that I tried to eco dye and it didn't work. It did not work at all. But it still came out kind of cool, but it didn't come out the way it was supposed to look by any means. And now we just need to fill that little gap in. Let's see what I have. Ooh, this is pretty. That's pretty. Does this fit there? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, it does. Let's just fill in that little gap with this and call it finished. What do I use these for? Okay, what I have done is sometimes I'll cut it into squares. Sometimes I'll cut a little piece off and make a tab out of it. Sometimes I've cut a long strip and put it on the edge of a paper on a page in a book. Sometimes I've cut it a big piece like this and put this whole piece on either a piece of fabric or a piece of paper. I made a pocket out of it. So pretty much anything you would do with paper in your journals or your mixed media, you could actually do it with this, and it just gives it an added texture because you're doing it with fabric instead of paper. And I think it looks pretty cool. I haven't been disappointed yet. I think the next one I'd like to do, I think wouldn't it be pretty cool if you made some of these and then on the front of your journal, you made your whole cover, you know, with these different fabrics taped down onto your book cover. I think that would look pretty cool. All right, let me clear this little space up, and we're going to let Donkey say goodbye to everybody. Let me move because, you know, I don't want to trip him up. I don't want him to have an accident. So let me put where everything's supposed to go. That goes over there. That goes with the African. And we definitely have to come up with the name because I don't think he wants to be called Little Donkey. I don't think he wants to be called Little Donkey. I wouldn't want to be called that. And this is a tape in case you want to try it yourself. This I got on Amazon. I don't remember what it cost, but it was something between, I looked at so many tapes. It was between $14 and $16, but you get 30 yards. All right. So if I got the big thing because I make them and I sell them, but if you're just doing it for yourself, I'm sure they have, stuff with, less of a quantity. All right. So here's Mr. Donkey. Uh-oh. Focus in. Focus in. See how cute he is? He's just adorable. All right, so I have to turn his battery on, and this is when he gets crazy. Oh, wait. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, he likes to copy what I say. Stop it. Stop it. Don't you hate when kids talk back at you? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Hey. He drives my dogs crazy. Hey. Stop it. I don't know how to stop. Oh, here comes my dog. He's getting worky. It's okay, Buster. Come here. Hey. See, that's the thing. I can't turn him off unless I turn his battery off. And then when you punch his toe over here, he does other things. Watch. Maybe he's African too. I don't know. Okay, stop. Oh! Okay, see, I can't stop him unless I turn his battery off because he's just crazy. He's a crazy guy. Anyway, okay. I hope you had some fun. I hope you learned something. I hope we'll use up your fabric scraps and make some of that tape and have some fun. And think of a name for Mr. Donkey for the next time we get together so he can have a proper name. Oh, dear. All right. Well, thank you again, ladies, for keeping company with me. I hope that you have had some fun, and we'll see each other whenever. Thanks a lot. See you all probably at somebody else's stream soon. Good night.